All right, so I'm just gonna go over the previous week's price action. I wasn't able to trade it because I was moving into school and on a little bit of a mini vacation. So I'm just gonna go over this past week and kind of see like what opportunities were there and where I might have been able to find a trade. So here we go. So on the weekly, all right, even though order flow is technically bearish, right? We broke structure here and we haven't broken structure to the upside yet. That is an extremely bullish candle, weekly candle that we had the previous week. And as far as targets are concerned, we're looking to see where price is headed to next on a weekly perspective, right? We obviously want this previous weekly high to get taken, but this is that fair value gap there is the next piece of liquidity that it could possibly come towards to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at. And then on top of that, this right here. Now order flow on the daily time frame is also technically bearish, right? But can't deny this push, and we're looking at where the next draw will be, and the next draw is realistically going to be here, right? That high. So here's what we're looking for. Let me see, what are we at right now? Friday. Okay, I gotta wait. Boom. All right, so on this day what I'd be looking for is realistically, right, I mean, even better, we just created more equal highs right here and then here, right? So my draw is here, my final draw is here for the day. I'd like to see us realistically, the trading range on the 4 hour, it goes all the way down to here, because well, maybe here you could argue we swept some liquidity here, so you can argue from here, but we didn't sweep any more liquidity to the downside all the way up on the 4 hour. So we're in a premium on the 4 hour, we're in a premium on the 1 hour, right? I'm looking to see if we can, on the 1 hour, this is the trading range. So looking to see if we can come into this sweep liquidity, come into this 4 hour fair value gap, and then push up from there. That's what I would be looking for. Go to the 15-minute. Right now, even the sweep of this low and then distribution higher would technically be enough for me. You know, I'd like to see a higher time frame point of interest get tapped into, so that's why I'm looking for as low as this 4 hour fair value gap. But it's something I would be willing to entertain. If it swept below here and then distributed higher. But we don't get that. We do not get that, do we? No sweep, nothing for me to take this higher to my objective. But the objective was hit, which is nice to see. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so as you can see here, you can already see it on the 4 hour. Nice sweep. Now we took that daily target, so our next target is the weekly target to this area here. So we're still bullish. We tapped into a 4 hour fair value gap. We tapped into a 1 hour fair value gap. That's a beautiful sweep. Now, this happens very quickly on market open. But, right, what I would target is just this for the day. I wouldn't be targeting my weekly objective. Maybe leave a runner, because it's possible for it to get taken. But as you can see, right, I use inverse fair value gaps as well as fair value gaps. So here we don't tap into a fair value gap that we left behind with this distribution. But what we do is we use this inverse fair value gap that we just blew past, right? We tap into it, limit order, nice conservative stop loss underneath the low, accounting for the fair value gap as well, targeting this 1 and 2. Take profit along the way, boom. And you got yourself a nice trade. It didn't hit final TP, but we make profit there. So that's Tuesday. Left some equal highs, nice. But you see we respected this little liquidity void here, or that's what we're respecting currently, so. All right. So still bullish coming into Wednesday, trading inside this fair value gap still. This was a sweep here, so technically this could be a trading range on the 4-hour. Haven't repriced to a discount yet, but again, that's just extra confirmation. Don't need it to get into a trade. Don't love the equal lows here that it's giving, right? Very smooth price action. Not ideal for a trade higher, and we don't sweep anything, so we have the higher time frame POI. Oh, okay. We get this sweep. This is a higher risk trade though, because we're leaving these equal lows here. But we do get that sweep on the 15 minutes, so I don't even know if it gives us anything though to get in off of. Nah, it gives us nothing anyway. We wouldn't have been entered into anything here, so. So my guess here is that we range because I think we're taking out these equal highs, and because we left these equal lows here that are so smooth, we're not going to continue much higher from here. That's just my personal opinion. Took them kind of a choppy rest of the day. That's a ugly ass candlestick. But this could have been something here. Depends on what time it developed. Nah, noon. I'm not taking it. Okay. Let's wait for Thursday. Keep it here because I don't want to do any spoilers. All right. Weekly objective remains the same. Daily. All right. This is the new trading range on the daily. So obviously in a deep premium. Sweeping on the daily though. Could be wanting to come for this, targeting this Sibi, or Bissy I should say. Alright, 4-hour we're just ranging. Same with the hourly, it's kind of gross price action. Don't love this. This would be something that I wouldn't mind inversing. I'm not going to do it personally because it's against my trading plan. I have to follow my bias unless we're at all-time highs, and then I can consider inversing if there's no remaining liquidity to the upside, but in this case there is, and so I wouldn't be trading for these lows, but it's very possible that that's what we come for today. because that's just too clean. Very, very smooth price action on the way up. And just no sweep anywhere for a buy. There you go. We might be coming for this. Let's see. All right. Created support. So this is Friday. Interesting to see what it does here. Or interested, I should say. You know, prices starting to range a bit here after a big distribution to the upside. Unless we have a big Friday here, we're not going to come for this, which is the weekly objective. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really like what I'm seeing. Realistically, I think we probably continue lower here just based off of the lower time frames, but I'm not going to trade lower. I'm not going to trade for shorts because of my higher time frame bias, but I like that as a magnet for right now. And we swept, leaving some liquidity underneath. Very lethargic price action coming up for a retracement here, so more reason to think we probably sell off, right? Or at least come and take these lows that have been created. Sweep. This is something I actually, I'm not going to take it, but inverse fair value gap on the 15-minute and the 4-hour. This whole thing's a fair value gap. This is so choppy on the way up. Equal lows. Excuse me. I think we're gonna sell off here, but let's see. I don't think I would have even gotten an entry if I was allowed to inverse trade this. This is probably a little delayed at this point. Delayed entry that I don't really love. Could target those, which is probably reasonable. Alright, and that's why I don't inverse unless we're at all-time highs. So not a trade I would have actually taken, but I was just curious to see if that would play out. I thought that was somewhat reasonable to be looking for, considering how choppy price action was coming up there. We had a set of equal lows inside 4-hour fair value gap after a sweep. Reprice the trading range here into a premium. Sweep, inverse fair value gap, regular fair value gap. Wasn't coming for anything too crazy there as well. But that's why you don't go against the higher time frame bias. However, this was something that I could see playing out too, so it wouldn't have been the worst trade ever to lose, but I wouldn't have. For me, it would have been, because I wouldn't have followed my trading plan if I had taken this. So, overall should have been a winning week. It would have just been a one trade week for me. That trade on Tuesday would have been partial profits, so not a crazy week, but had I followed my trading plan correctly, that it should have been a profitable week. So it's good to see. We'll see what next week brings. I'll be back to trading live every morning, so we'll see how that goes.